Welcome back, guys. So we was working on our application. Now it's time to work on the shopping cart part. Okay, so it's one of the important part. We were just waiting for this part. So let's get started. If I just open up my GitHub, and there's a package called Laravel shopping cart. We need to use this package. Okay, so if I just copy this command line, composer require, and then open up my text editor and just paste this command and press enter. It will just take some moments to install, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so the package is installed successfully. Now we need to import our, if I just go to my front-end file and then open up my cart file, okay, there we go. Now we need to copy all the codes and then create a new resource, views, create a new view inside our front, and I'll call this cart, and inside this folder we will create a new index file, okay, and then simply, okay, let's just extend our front layout to master layout, and then section for content and section. And then if I just go to my front page and then grab this cart in my text editor, and simply I need to copy the container from here and paste it here, and then we'll remove container from here as well. And okay, now if you just go to web.php to make routes for it, and we'll call this cart route get, and then cart simply front, and then now we'll create a controller. Okay, so if I just go to my terminal and say php artisan make controller inside front folder, and the name of the controller would be, I think, yeah, cart controller. Okay, there we go. And if I just go to open up my cart controller, and simply we need to create a function called index, and that will return the view of cart, and then front cart index. Okay, just close this, and let's just complete the route for it. Front cart controller and index method. So let's just minimize the terminal, and if I just go to my project and reload the page, Eric is expect one parameter to be a given integer. Well, the problem was with composer, and it's solved now. So if we just go and uncomment this route and go back to my browser, okay, now it's time to work on, if I just click on add to cart, well, we will work on this functionality, but before that let's check cart page, how is it working. Okay, that is working fine. We need to add dynamic content here, but at the moment these links are, you know, not styled. So if you just go to our vendor, oops, CSS hierarchy features, and let's just grab this, and if you just go down, and we need to copy these and paste them here inside the CSS that we are using right now. Okay, that's it. So if you just go and then reload the page, there we go, that's working fine. Okay, let's just work with the package that we have implemented right now. So how we get started? As always, first we need to create a route, and this time that would be post card, and of course this will use the front controller and then the card controller, front folder card controller, and then the store method, right? And we can name it, for example, this something like card. So if we just go to our front page, and I think we need to create form here instead of, this is basically simple link. Now we need to change this in form. So let's just make this, first of all, make it button. Yeah, instead of href we need to make it type submit. Okay, and then we will create our form here, form, and then just close this form, outer button, and the method action would be route cart, and then the method would be post. Okay, so let's just, we also need to put CSRF. So if you just reload the page, just go back and add some item. Okay, method app HTTP controllers front card controller store does not exist. Yeah, we need to go to card controller and then create our store method, and of course we'll bind the request, and then finally redirect die and dump request all. Okay, and then say reload the page. There we go, we are just getting the token. Basically we need product ID, product name, and then product price. How we can do it? Simply we need to create some hidden fields. Okay, and the name would be ID, and then the name would be, for example, the name of the product and then price of the product. Okay, and value product ID, blade template product name, and finally the product price. Okay, so again, reload the page and see what happens. Nothing here. Go back, reload the page, and again click here. There we go, ID, name, price, and then token. Okay, so I think this is fine, this is working fine. Now we need to add them in our using the package cart. Let's say, for example, if I just go to open up my Tinker, this is my Tinker tab, and then say PHP artisan Tinker, and then if I say cart, then we need to pass parameters. For example, the product ID, for example, in our case might be this is product ID 2, and then the name of the product, just for testing purpose, okay, to make you understand how this package works. And then the quantity at the, for example, at the moment it is 1, and then the price, for example, 2000. Oh yeah, we need to I think make it something like cart add. Okay, now you can see it has been added inside cart. This is the ID, quantity, product price, and this is amazing package, right? You will use it and explore it. So now inside our store method, first of all we need to call the cart package. Okay, and make sure you import the class, import class facade. Okay, and then we'll use the add method and the name of the product, for example in our case request ID, and then request product name, and then quantity, for example at this time 1, and then of course we have price. There we go. And then finally we need to say return redirect back to redirect back along with message. And what do you want to say? For example, I want to say item has been added to cart. Okay, save this and go reload the page. Okay, but we are not getting message. Okay, so let's just go ahead and put the message as always. If the session has message, and then simply we get the message. Okay, so let's just again add this inside our cart. There we go, item has been added to car. It is car. Let's make it cards, and then cut this from here, and I think we need to add it here. There we go. Again, add this. Item has been added to your cart. Okay, that's nice, right? So what next? Now we need to see our items. For example, now it's 23. Basically this is dummy data, right? So if I just go to nav, and then we have 23 items, so just break it, and then we say, let's just first check if, and then and if. Okay, first now we need to check inside the cart instance. Basically this package, the cart package that we are using right now, it has many instances. For example, the default instance, the wishlist instance, the save for letter instance. Now we are working on default instance. That's basically our shopping cart, and then we will say count. If the count is greater than 0, then we want to see our count items. Okay, again, cart, the instance that we want to use is default, and simply the count method. So reload the page. There we go, we just have 4 products in our cart. Click here. There we go, now it's 5, right? Simple and nice. So now it's time to work on the cart. Let's just link it. I think we need to link this URL to cart. Reload the page and click here. Okay, it's redirecting us to cart, and this should be URL to this page. Okay, nice. Okay, now I think the video is quite long. In the next video we'll be work on dynamically show products. So for example, we have 5 products, we want to see them here. Okay, so let's just see you in the next video.